boy, made it just in time. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone, because we're now on the 7th entry in this series. You know, I really should get a Friday the 13th poster, but at least I actually have the VHS tape. Smaller print on the side of the box. Don't like that consistency. Don't like that consistency at all. Hey, we're back up here, and the tape's still in my hand. This is the Friday the 13th movie where we find out Jason's whole head is the mask, and that he's going to exchange faces with some box cover model. And according to the back of the box, he definitely has arthritis this time around. In Friday the 13th Part 7, a girl with telekinetic powers goes to Crystal Lake for treatment and fights Jason. What kind of treatment, you ask? Well, the producers really wanted to do Freddy vs. Jason at this point, but couldn't, so they opted for Carrie vs. Jason instead. This is all wrong right off the bat. It should be Friday 7 Inc. This time around, the film is directed by special effects maestro John Carl Beechler, and if Part 7 is for some reason your first entry into the series, the opening has you covered.
There's a legend round here. A killer buried, but not dead.
Holy shit, it's Crazy Ralph! He's back from the dead! And why is Jason still a legend? He's killed like half the population of New Jersey at this point!
Some have even tried to stop him. No one can.
That's because you keep paying to see these movies and forcing us cinema snobs to judge you for it. I appreciate the opening reminding me that people died, and due to the extreme cuts the MPAA forced upon the movie, these are some of the only fully death scenes you'll see in Part 7. Oh yeah, I remember Part 6, where Jason was defeated by Tommy Jarvis lighting his farts. Already we start with Jason being totally unmasked, and behind that mask, his face is the title. New Blood, huh? Must stand for Tommy Jarvis isn't in this. Whoa, Larry Cox, Craig Thomas, Diane Almeida, and Kane Hodder as Jason? Really, you just needed one, guys. But how about that classic Friday the 13th theme? Stop beating the trash cans and play the original theme. So Jason is still underwater, and in all this time, no one strapped a fucking bomb to him? Did Tommy not tell anyone he was down there? But before Tina can grow into her Carrie White-like abilities, she needs to finish off her role as Carol Ann from Poltergeist. Tina's father is rather abusive, and she handles an abusive parent like any child would. By turning the deck into a Universal Studios theme park ride. That killed the guy. It's years later, and by the ridiculous timeline in these movies, that would put this around the year 2000. Oh yeah, I totally believe that, and that this isn't 1988.
I don't think this is such a good idea.
Finally, someone acknowledges that they really shouldn't be going to Murder Forest. Terry Kaiser plays Dr. Cruz, who thinks it's a good idea for Tina to return to the scene of her dad's death, and to be next door to some partiers.
Hi. There goes the neighborhood.
Racist? There is at least one decent guy there.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Here.
Thanks. You've been a great help. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Hey, be nice to Dr. Wesley from Days of Our Lives. Wait a minute. Clark Kent? No. I can handle Carrie versus Jason, but not Shot on Shittio versus Jason. I don't care how good this guy's bedside manner is.
And you're lying to me. You are lying because it happens when your emotions are at their peak. Concentrate, Tina!
Don't piss off the girl who can scanners your fucking head. Moving shit is really easy when there's a magnet attached to it. Can this be more impressive?
That's bullshit!
And that's going straight onto YouTube, where I can leave a comment that says, fake! For luck, Tina keeps a picture of Starman on her wall, and while Starman may have brought back Jenny Hayden, Tina is not quite as smart with her powers. That's not her dad. And why the hell would her dad's body still be in the lake anyway? Damn, while underwater, Jason grew a whole foot taller, put on 100 more pounds from eating fish, and is in desperate need of a chiropractor. How is Tina gonna explain this?
But it wasn't my father.
And your mind is manufacturing his hallucinations because...
It wasn't a hallucination.
Yes, it was.
No!
Stop breaking shit! A good sign that Jason is back is that someone's car broke down. The Jason sense is very bad on the car engine. These two are on their way to Party Cabin for the guy's surprise birthday party. Ooh, spoiler.
What are you talking about?
This is supposed to be a surprise party for your birthday. Everybody's waiting for us to show up. I got this great cabin and everything.
For his birthday, you got him murder. You're a terrible girlfriend. I see they changed the name back to Crystal Lake from Forest Green. Might as well. It's still the murder capital of the world regardless, as these two are about to find out. Did he stab her in the ass? Be more specific! Oh my god, did she set up one of those murder mystery parties for my birthday? She's the greatest! And I get to be the murder victim! Oh, so much fun! Funner than spending more time with these people.
What do you think of Starlicon? 30,000 years into the future, the entire galaxy is populated by highly evolved protozoa.
I think you need to go back to the drawing board, young Wachowski. Now we're introduced to two people who are totally gonna bang, and sorta Marty McFly's sister. Oh, and Tina can see murders now. So it's Jason versus Carrie versus Halloween 5. I'm guessing the treatment isn't working.
Mom, I saw him again.
What?
The man thing in the lake, I saw him again. He was killing a boy with a metal spike.
Hey, relax. What do you mean you saw it?
It was Jason Voorhees. How do people still not know who he is? Relax, Dr. Cruz is gonna help you out by turning you into the mannequin. What is it about Jason that makes random people wanna fuck?
Let me meet you.
Dan, we need wood.
You know there's a pill for that. Oh, that kind of wood. Sorry. At least Jason now has wood. He's got a very strange fetish. Oh, good. Stock footage from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. You couldn't film another tent? That is so obviously not the same tent. Well, they didn't use sleeping bag stock footage. That was originally a much longer sequence in which he beat her several times against that tree. Here, it just looks like she died from a few broken ribs. And is no one concerned that the birthday boy didn't show up?
You know Michael. He probably got pulled over for drunk driving and spent the night in jail.
I mean, the guy can smell a party 100 miles away. He'll be here.
Your friend appears to have a drinking problem. You should really get his dead body some help. Who needs a party when we got Nick's backstory?
I grew up in Pittsburgh. I used to hang out with a real bad crowd. Then my dad kicked me out. And now I go to night school. Your turn.
Dude, you look 30. After kissing Nick, yet getting caught by Melrose Place, someone is now in a good mood.
Hello, Tina.
And good mood is instantly crushed. Sounds like Tina just needs some good old alcohol treatment and partying. Plus very tasteless jokes about her mental illness.
Wow.
Excellent Joe Chill impression. I'm starting to think that Tina coming back to this house was a very stupid idea.
Look what you're doing to him!
Because now they need a new TV set. How are they gonna watch Friends reruns? It might be the episode Dr. Wesley is on. Doesn't matter. Two other people are about to fuck.
When did you first fall in love with me?
The first time I saw the enormous size of your beautiful wallet.
No, don't say that. You know Jason is a gold digger. And now he's gonna collect everything from that guy's life insurance. This girl, however, he's killing just for fun. Ooh, someone is working on her She's All That plot line because she has a crush on the stoner. And Dynasty here wants to bang Nick so hard that she's even willing to bang Kelso from that 70s show only to make Nick jealous. Too much drama in this movie. You're right, Doctor. This is a nice night for a walk through the middle of the woods. That's probably just some leftover Halloween decorations. Tina's mom finds out the truth about Cruz. He likes collecting clamshell VHS tapes.
I know how it happened.
The Anderson case in 65. The documentation here is much greater. By keeping Tina's trauma and stress levels high, I am confident I can induce huge psychokinetic reactions.
I don't know that shot on Shitty-O Movie. Is it the missing segment from Tales from the Quadead Zone? I don't think I trust this Cruz guy.
You brought her here so that you could watch her perform.
Again, think of the YouTube hits. Astronomical! Dr. Cruz wants to have her committed, not because she's an X-Men, but because she stole the car, and she wants to run down hallucinations in the road. Now, your car may be wrecked, but don't go looking for wood, you will die. Extreme Makeover is now looking her best year 2000. She looks so good, she's making dead bodies fall from the trees. Oh? Where are you going? Jason just wants to tell you how great your new look is. Unfortunately, his full love for you has been left on the editing room floor, along with the other love scenes. But the fucking is still left intact. Does Jason sense more fucking? Yep, definitely more fucking. Meanwhile, the black guy is celebrating the fact that he's not the first one to die. But he was still gonna die eventually. He and his girlfriend sure had a lot in common. And that thing they have in common is more chopped up death scenes. Sorry to keep harping on this, but the real killer of this film isn't Jason, it's the MPAA. These death scenes should be intact so that I can complain about this movie being far too violent. Oh, but thank God they left in the awkward sex rejection scene.
I've been rejected by some of the finest science fiction magazines in the continental United States.
Dude, that's because you wrote Star Odyssey. And still, no one has cleaned up this Halloween decoration.
Michael?
This is no time for an I told you so. What the hell kind of mood do you need to be in for this kind of movie?
I'm really stoned.
Oh, well, that makes sense. But will Stoner with the munchies get his post-sex food? I think he will.
Maddie?
Whoa, he died. I was way wrong. And why the fuck does Dr. Cruz just have Jason Voorhees clippings laying around?
It was him in the lake.
What are you talking about?
Do you ever watch the fucking news? And this fucking bastard should be killed for opening another person's birthday presents.
Melissa?
Jason doesn't take too kindly to bad birthday party etiquette. Look guys, we've got 25 minutes of this movie left. You all really need to start dying at a much quicker rate. 1 death per 5 minutes just isn't cutting it. Again, killed by a few broken bones. Ugh, I can't stay on this scene. Lar Park Lincoln and Kevin Spiritus actually give very good performances. I need to go back to more death scenes.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for using her body as a human shield. I was worried no one else was gonna die in this movie. If you were ever gonna turn into your superhero alter ego Denim Man, this is the time to do it. Perhaps he could save Dr. Cruz before he's killed, and Jonathan Silverman and Andrew McCarthy do hilarious shenanigans with his body. Or don't. Where'd he get that? It's a good thing that was cut out. Slasher movie fans really hate gruesome death scenes, just like fans of comedy films really hate the funny parts. Thanks for looking out for us, MPAA. Why the hell is Jason dragging bodies into the middle of the woods? Everyone needs a hobby, I guess. And why does this body keep falling from the trees at just the right moments? Oh boy, it's time for that knuckle to telekinetic knuckle Jason versus Carrie throwdown that we've been waiting for. Or it could be that they're simply in the woods from the Evil Dead. Clearly she didn't read the part in the newspaper clippings where electricity only makes him stronger. But it's finally happened. Jason's been waiting this whole movie to jump through a window in slow motion. Nothing's gonna stop him. Wouldn't it be something if that worked? This may be the first entry where Jason is annoyed to death. Jason may be a killer, but at least he isn't doing slapstick with a human head. Tasteless. And Tina is so selfish for not even thinking of the carpenter bills. There's easier ways to get rid of termites. Is this the end? Jail. Fucking mistakes. I don't know what's worse, having a rooftop fall on you or having to spend time with 90210. Jason says neither are any good. You know what this needs? Good old-fashioned going banana style sound effects. Good. Jason versus Home Alone. I definitely didn't ask for that. She could break the rest of his spine, but melting his mask works too. Holy shit, it's Doomsday! Just leave a suicide note next to him. You can cover all of this up nicely. So, did that finally kill him? Jail. After 7 movies, Jason finally gets nailed. And I'm starting to really love annoyed as hell Jason. But don't light him on fire. You're gonna ruin his beautiful face. They have to duck and cover from the movie's budget happening on screen. Don't know how this movie can top blowing him the fuck up.
Let's get out of here.
I would ask how the fuck did they not see him coming, but the most ridiculous thing in the movie is about to happen right now. What? She could bring people back from the dead? And why was his body still down there? What is with Crystal Lake and not cleaning the bodies out of the water? Another Friday the 13th movie, another post-massacre ambulance scene. Thankfully, Nick has a more answered conclusion than Paul from part 2. So, Jason survived electrocution and fire, but being pulled underwater by a zombie killed him. Wait, I didn't hear jail. How do I know if this is the real ending or not? And thus ends one of the most infamously hacked to shreds slasher films of the 1980s. There have been some DVD releases that have included the uncut death sequences as bonus features. Yeah, that's nice. You know what would have been better? Putting them in the actual movie! And yet this movie still turned in a profit, making $19 million against a $2 million budget, and we got our first appearance of Kane Hodder as the definitive Jason. While Part 7 may have mixed things up a bit by adding an element of sorcery into the series, later entries would also try shaking up the formula as well. For instance, the next Friday the 13th movie is Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, in which he totally takes Manhattan. Kinda. Sorta. Not really.
I know. Star Mummy.